hates of schools, teachers, and my dear friends. My story is The Magic Scissors. Once upon a time, there was a pixie named Hey-Ho. He lived next door to Wise One, the witch. Hey-Ho had a bad habit of peeping into Wise One's room, hoping to learn some magic. One day, Hey-Ho peeped while Wise One was making a dress. She took a pair of scissors and put it on a piece of cloth. Then she said, "Scissors, set to work." It surprised Hey-Ho greatly because the scissors started to cut a dress all by itself. In a few minutes, the dress was ready. "My," said Hey-Ho, rubbing his hands together. "If only I could take those scissors for a while, I will be able to make a new suit for myself." But Hey-Ho realized that Wise One will never lend him anything. Then, what should I do? That afternoon, Wise One went out for a walk. At once, Hey-Ho sneaked into the kitchen and took the pair of scissors. "I will put it back before Wise One is home again, and she will not know that I had cheated her, At home, Hey-Ho set a piece of red silk on the table and put the scissors on it. Proudly he ordered, "Scissors, set to work." Snip a snip, snip a snip, and a beautiful red suit was ready. "Now, stop, scissors, stop," he commanded again. "I will take you back to Wise One." Oh dear! To his surprise, the scissors refused to stop. What happened? Hey-Ho had not said the right words. The scissors did not stop, but went on snipping and snipping. Then the scissors went to the green tablecloth. It snipped a big piece and cut it into halves. At this moment, Hey-Ho became frightened and angry. "You wicked scissors didn't tell to stop!" But the scissors did not stop. "You wicked scissors didn't tell to stop!" He started to tremble and his face turned pale. Then he tried to snatch the scissors. But jab! The scissors cut a deep wound into his hands. "Oh, you hurt me! You hurt me!" He yelled in pain. From the tablecloth, the scissors flew to the pretty curtains. Snip, 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 and the curtains were torn into pieces. Wasn't it dreadful? But poor Hey-Ho could do nothing to stop it. Then the scissors went to the carpet. Hey-Ho was so helpless. He cried and begged the scissors not to continue cutting his new carpet. "Please, scissors, please." But the scissors continued cutting. Then he tried to use a broom to swipe the scissors. But the scissors were too clever to jump out of the way. "Oh my God," wept Hey-Ho. "If only I had not taken these horrible scissors without permission." Just at that moment, Wise One came home. Hey-Ho quickly ran up to her and said, "Wise One! Wise One! Wise One! Your scissors are cutting my home. Please stop it." But Wise One looked very angry. "How dare you take my things without my permission? You can keep it. I have another pair just as good." walked straight into a house. He was very sad. Please, please help me. I will do anything, just anything. I will even dig and weed the garden for you. Weed the garden? Very well, very well. It's a good idea, said Wise One, who badly wanted the garden done. With that, she went to Hill's house and clapped her hand 3 times. Scissors, go back to your case, she said. At once, the scissors stopped cutting, went back into the case. As she was leaving Hey-Ho, she reminded him, "Hey, don't forget your promise, or the scissors will visit you again." "Oh, no, don't come again," said Hey-Ho, who has regretted very much for his wrongdoing and promised not to take anything again from Wise One. Friends, what lessons can we learn from this story? 1. To mind our own business. That is, do not peep and pry. 2. At all times, do not take things without permission. So, in conclusion, the moral of this story is simply this. We must always respect and acknowledge other people's belongings, for honesty is the best policy. With that, I thank you all for listening.
There, pretty butterflies are fluttering happily around beautiful flowers. Today, let me share with you an interesting story about 3 loving butterflies. There were once 3 butterflies, a red one, a white one, and a yellow one. They loved to play in the sunshine and dance on every flower. They were so happy that they never grew tired. But one day, it rained. It rained and it rained, and it did not seem to stop. The 3 butterflies were sad. They could not go out to play. "I don't care," said the red butterfly. "I'm going out to play and dance on the flowers whether it's raining or not." "Come with you," cried the other 2 butterflies. And so the 3 butterflies flew out to play in the rain. It was raining so heavily that the 3 butterflies got so wet that they decided that it was not a good idea to play in the rain after all. "Let's go home," squeaked the yellow butterfly, and they all agreed. But when they flew to where they lived, they found that their door was shut and they couldn't go in. They could find no shelter, so they had to stay out in the rain, getting wetter and wetter. The thunder rolled and the lightning struck across the sky. The 3 loving butterflies hugged each other tightly as they thought of what they ought to do. Finally, they flew over to a lily and said, "Dear lily, please open your petals a little for us so that we may shelter from the rain." "I will only shelter the white butterfly," said the lily, "because she looks like me. I cannot take in the other 2. "If you won't take in my friends," replied the white butterfly, "I shall stay wet rather than leave them." The rain fell more heavily. The butterflies were not only very wet by now, but they were also feeling very cold. So he quickly flew to the red rose nearby. Red rose, we are wet through. Please let us hide under your pretty arms. I'm sorry, only the red butterfly may take shelter, for she looks like me, said the red rose. There is no room for the others. If you will not shelter my friends, I would stay there rather than leave them. With a heavy heart, they quickly flew across to the yellow sunflower to seek help. Dear sunflower, please, oh please, have pity on us. Do cover us with your petals from this rain, said the three very wet butterflies. Little yellow butterfly, you are welcome, for your color is the same as mine. But the other two must go away. No, yellow sunflower, we are three loving friends. We either come together or leave you, said the yellow butterfly. And so the three butterflies flew away together, not wanting to part with one another. Let's not give up hope. Perhaps the rain will soon stop and the sun will soon come out again. The butterflies comforted one another as they braved themselves against the wind and rain. The sun, who was hiding behind the clouds, had overheard them. He was glad that the three butterflies had stood by each other, so he chased the clouds and the rain away. Then he beamed down on the garden and his rays dried the butterflies' wings. The butterflies were happy again, for the sun had come out. So they played and danced among the flowers all day long. They promised to be together forever. Yes, true friends are like diamonds, precious but rare. They would stay by each other through thick and thin. Whether it rains or shines, they will always be there for you when you need them. What type of friends are you? May we be as caring and as loving as the three butterflies. Thank you. Shawan was very excited. The Mooncake Festival was around the corner, and the school was going to have a lantern making competition. Shawan took part in the competition the previous year and won the first prize. Her parents were very proud of her. This time, she was determined to win the first prize too. I made a lotus lantern last year. What am I going to make this year? I must think of a special one. She sat on her bed, thinking of the design for her new lantern. Then she saw a boat on the shelf that she had made. The teacher gave an A for that. Yes, I'll make a boat's lantern. She jumped out of bed, took out a piece of paper, and started to make a sketch. The next morning, she showed her mother the sketch. What do you think, Mama? Good. I like it. You buy anything you need, and I'll take care of the expenses. Really? Oh, thanks, Mama. I love you. You are the best. Shawan was very delighted. So, Shawan went shopping and got all the materials that she needed. Xiaowen took a lantern to school, the other pupils looked at it with admiration. "Wow, what a beautiful lantern! Xiaowen, you are sure to win," her best friend Mei Mei said. On the day of the competition, all the lanterns were displayed in the hall. Looking around, Xiaowen was confident that she would win. But the result surprised everyone. The judges gave the first prize to Jojo. Xiaowen got second. Xiaowen was disappointed. Jojo's lantern looked very ordinary and plain. Xiaowen cried her heart out when she got home that day. "It's not fair at all." In tears, she complained to her parents. "That plain lantern got the first prize. It's not fair. I'm not going to school tomorrow." "Calm down, Xiaowen. Don't cry. The judges must have their reasons to pick that lantern as the winner. Anyway, winning or not is not important. The most important thing is you put in your effort and try your best. We are proud of you because of that, not because you win," Xiaowen's father said calmly. Xiaowen felt better after listening to her father. The next morning, although she was still sad, she went to school as usual. The school held a special assembly to give away the prizes. Then the headmaster invited Jojo upstage to talk about his lantern. Jojo walked up the stage feeling a bit nervous. He took a deep breath and then he said, "I never thought that I could win. Actually, this idea came from my mother. I come from a poor family. My father died 3 years ago. My mother works in a fast food outlet. She has to clear the tables every year and throw away the paper cups, bowls, plates, chopsticks, straws that the customers have used. She feels that it's very wasteful. Instead of throwing them away, she brings them home. We wash and use them. Mother cannot afford to buy toys for us. My brothers and I also use these things to make toys." When Mother knew about this competition, she suggested that I use them to make my lantern. I spent a week on these projects and came up with this world-shaped lantern. I want to tell everyone that we have the responsibility to take good care of our world. We can protect our world by making less rubbish. All the teachers and pupils clapped and cheered loudly. Xiaowen clapped so hard that her hands felt sore. Now she knew that Jojo deserved to be the winner. My friends, do you understand the message that Jojo wanted to put across? Let's work together to protect our world. One simple way is by making less rubbish. There are many things that we can recycle or reuse. Think before you throw. Thank you.
Honorable judges, teachers,